Hello, welcome to Metaverse Degen. I am Lion.
I'm Timboy. It was me.
So,
Boxhead.
oh, so what is it? You're a DJ or club owner?
Both.
Both.
All of the above. Um, I'm a DJ. I am a club owner. I help out staff at a few other clubs. Um, in general, vrchat trusted user.
Nope. So how did you get into starting Vanguard and DJing and all that?
Uh, that is a complicated story. It originally, I got into VR chat in 2019, although I've been following it since just before the Uganda Knuckles thing. So I was like, what, 2017? Always wanted to get into it. I was like, I want to hold out until I get VR. I want to get VR first. And I didn't get, I got a Quest 1 2019 because I didn't need a PC. I didn't own a PC at the time. Tried it. I was like, this is dog shit. This is terrible. That native Quest One launch version was not. It was not pretty. Uh, so kind of gave up on it for a bit, and then uh, COVID kind of rumors of COVID happening, and I was like, maybe we should get back into VR chat. And a few IRL friends had to. I think one had a Rift S, one had a CV1. And I was like, hey, people drinking this game, let's try that out. And then just downhill from there.
Fair enough.
Into the full experience. So yeah, we just kind of turned it into a weekly thing. Had my birthday. It was like my birthday's coming up. Let's do like a big thing for it. Did that, and then yeah, just week on week, drinking, meeting people, checking out worlds. Then I discovered the Vault Club, an old world back in the day, and it was so poorly optimized. It was so laggy. And then we kind of started doing our own. This was in a friend's Discord that we kind of did these events things, and then stuff happened, and we're like, hey, let's make our own Discord. A friend of mine actually came up with the name vrchat Vanguard, and stuck ever since. So yeah, we kind of just turned it into an official like weekly thing, and then a Swedish friend of mine showed me a club called MVP. Shout out MVP. Not a lot of people know that was my very first club I ever went to. uh, American club, and it was the only one I knew at the time. Back then, of course, you could really only count, sort of the substantial clubs on one hand. Maybe five, six, in around that, if even. So, and pretty much all of them were American. There's maybe one European one back then. So it was very late for us. Didn't start until late. Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You can DJ in here? I was like, what the hell? This is awesome. Because I'd done a bit of DJing sort of on and off throughout my childhood and teenage years. Okay, I want to do this. So kind of kept that going more. We got a couple DJs in, started doing it. I was like, maybe I should try this myself. Tried that. And then kind of just DJ'd for ourselves at Vanguard, and then started getting to know people at other clubs and stuff, talking around. And then just over time, you just get booked more. People are like, hey, I like your stuff. Get booked more, and then yeah, now I'm DJing like usually at least once a week. There was one time, it's anywhere from like 1 to 6 times a week, but there was one time I had 6 sets, five or six sets in one night on a Friday, and that was that was interesting because it was from about 8 p.m. up until about 5 a.m. And so it's like get
Damn.
done with one set, I have like maybe 30 minutes breather, and then it's like okay, on to the next club. Go. All different genres, all different sets. That was the worst I ever did.
Where do you see Vanguard going, or where would you like it to go?
I mean, since it kind of started getting the following, I kind of always wanted to be, one of the bigger respected clubs. For a while, we were the biggest in Europe. For a while, and then quickly got overtook. And then it kind of went back and forth, and then Fia put out her video about Tube, and it's just, yeah, we're not getting on that level for a while. um, so, I mean, I would just like to see it kind of continue and just get better, you know, as technical capabilities get better, and more improved. We can do more stuff. I was just saying to you before you started recording, we are in the process of remastering both of our worlds. Just trying to make it look a bit nicer, you know. So yeah, just quality going up. Hopefully more events, more staff, you know. Uh, Definitely by sort of the new year, first few months of the new year, we're looking to ramp up more events and have more staff on board. So yeah, just keep growing essentially.
So, does Vanguard make any money to pay for its own staff, or is it all like a volunteer system?
Not really. Like most clubs, it's volunteer. A lot of clubs do have a Patreon though. I have a personal Patreon, which I guess it's like I use it for Vanguard stuff. I use it for like it's to help me keep software subscriptions, like DJ stuff, buy music, and then also for commissions. I can put the money towards that. Uh, but we don't have one specifically for Vanguard. I think if I was gonna do that, probably wait until we grow a bit more because then there's a bit of a clash where it's like, okay, you can either subscribe to my Patreon or the Vanguard Patreon, and I wouldn't know, should I just combine the two? So I'm still kind of figuring that out.
Fair enough. You are aware that Discord now has a paid subscription model now?
I did just see that, and I'm not sure what to think of it. I haven't really looked into it. I saw it pop up. I was like, huh. I might have to look into it a bit more because then that could be useful. But I don't know too much about it.
I think I haven't looked into it much, but it seems kind of like have you ever heard of Locals?
Locals, no, what is that?
It's like it's a social media place where you can put your videos and stuff there. It's a place for people to talk in a chat
Oh,
forum,
okay.
and you pay to access whatever it is the content creator wants you to see. If you get
Yeah.
just the chat, no videos, or you pay and you get the videos or whatever it is. So that's out there too as a way of
Okay. I might have to look into that. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
may help. So I do have another weird question for you. How is club security in VRChat? Kiddos running around and all that.
In which regard? Well, I mean,
Well,
I guess I'll just
from
say
your
all regards.
perspective,
We
that's all.
Well, security for us is we have a dedicated security team
Mhm.
who do a great job. Which shout out Seal, Fizz, and all the others. They do a great job. Basically, the main role of security is just police and avatars. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, certain events and stuff, you can only have a certain rated avatar. So pretty much the standard across clubs is no very poor avatars. We have what we call the rule of 30, which I shouldn't really be telling people about it, but it's essentially if there's below 30 people in worlds, we don't really enforce it unless it's like a really bad avatar, like they join and everyone's frames just drop by like half. Then we will. But once it gets above 30 people, we will start going around asking people to change. And all my other club hosts and event stuff will know that people do not like being asked to change avatar sometimes. They get really angry.
I'm sure. It's not.
Yeah, but then also just on that, if people kick up a fuss or there's some drama, something starts, uh, well, usually my security team will try and take care of it. If they can't resolve it, then I get called over, or whoever the host is, and then we try and sort it. And then if we need to kick someone, we'll kick them and all that. Big no-no across clubs is don't vote kick. If someone is annoying you, do not vote kick them. Because then that creates a whole ruckus of the event. You go up to the event host and you tell them about it, and then the event host handles it.
Okay. And the event host is also the instance owner, I take it.
Usually, yes. What we're kind of hoping of is groups, is because you can have these group instances and you can set moderators and things like that, so people have the ability to warn or kick or whatever, even if they're not the host, which is really we've been asking for that for so long. But yeah, because we kind of on our Tuesday events, we normally nowadays we have like a dual hosting thing. So like one host will do the first two DJs, another host will do the last two. And that can be kind of annoying because we always like to keep the video players locked because There's been a few instances where someone comes in and ear rip isn't even, it's beyond ear rip the stuff they put on. So yeah, we try to keep the video, but the problem is if the second host isn't the second person to join the instance, which usually they aren't because they normally have something going on or whatever, then what we have to do is first host has to unlock the video player and then just pray that nobody messes with it. So I hope the groups thing can allow us to access video players and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, we kind of just depends sometimes. Bigger events typically would only have one host. It'll be one host because the host is
Yeah.
usually the person organizing the event. For our weekly stuff, it kind of runs itself. So it's just whoever's free.
So how do you feel about the whole VR chat groups thing now that it's out officially?
Very excited. We've been asking for it for so fucking long, so long. The main concern that we have and a few people have brought up is if you can do like a sort of friend plus slash group instance, because essentially what we want is a lot of people discover events and join events through their friends, and so if everybody makes the switch to group instances, and you can't see what instance your friends are in, and you're not part of that group, then you're kind of like, well, what the fuck, what's going on? And they won't necessarily know to join the group. So I'm hoping there's maybe an option put in that we can allow sort of friends plus group instances. Essentially, just want friends plus instance with all like the moderator rule stuff that we can have with groups.
Yeah, it's understandable. I'm sure they'll add those things
Yeah.
eventually. I'm sure it just takes
I
time.
hope I'm gonna scream at Topper and I'm gonna tell him to put it in until he does.
So do you make your own music or do you kind of DJ current
I
music?
wish. I've been trying for so long. I've been trying since fucking what, like 2014, 2015. I don't know whether it's ADHD or just laziness or whatever. I cannot get the hang of it. I think if I had like the physical equipment for it, like a separate like MIDI keyboard or synthesizers or whatever, I could probably do it. But that's a lot of money, and the software themselves is a lot of money. So for the minute, no, I don't make music. Hopefully down the line I will eventually. For the minute, it's just DJing other people's music.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure talking with
No
you.
way. Oh,
I
of
will
course, of
say,
course. That was a lot quicker than anticipated.
yeah. Nope.
That's fine. That's fine.
Is there anything you want to plug?
It's follow me on Twitter at DJ underscore Timboy. Twitch is the same. Discord.gg/VRC Vanguard. That Twitter handle is also the same. And our groups, if I can remember, no, I have to get used to this. Our VRChat group is vrcvg.0054. I think. I hope. I think
Well,
you can just search Vanguard. It'll maybe come up now. I don't know.
I can also put all those things down below and the doobly what's it